Hey Beauts, welcome back to my makeup channel. If you want to see how I create this look, keep on watching. Starting off with brows using my P. Louise brow pencil in hazelnut latte, and I'm just going to carve out my brow and draw some little hairs in there. Carving out my brow using my P. Louise base in Rumor 2, and I'm also going to apply this around my eyelid, on my eyelid and under my eye. Taking my Thirsty palette by Jeffree Star, I'm going to take a big fluffy brush and dip into the colour Submerge, which is a light blue, and I'm just going to pack it onto my eyelid where I want it, and I'm just going to do like how I'd cut out a crease, like a wave effect, like gonna flick it at the end. Does that make sense? You know, you see there? Next I'm dipping into my Carnival palette, taking the colour Mood, which is a light blue, and I'm just gonna draw the same shape but underneath the light blue and then blend it outwards into it. When I mean outwards into the lighter blue, I only use like half the brush on the dark blue going into half the brush onto a light blue, if that makes it easier. Then I'm going to start layering my colours by going back in with the light blue and then going back in with my dark blue, just so you don't lose the vibrancy of them. Then dipping into my cremated palette, taking the colour Hearse, which is a black, just to darken up a little bit more, and I'm just blending it underneath the blue again. If you don't feel like it's blending enough, just keep going back and forth with your brush, just literally back and forth, and you should get there. Using a baby wipe just to wipe off any excess that I don't want, I'm gonna wipe off as much blue as possible so it doesn't mix in with the concealer when I want to cut out my cut crease. Then taking the same P. Louise base I used, I'm just gonna carve out my cut crease little by little. Here I'm going to set my concealer using my powder from RCMA in No Coloured Powder, just so the concealer doesn't budge. Once that's all set, taking my Summer Blues coloured base from P. Louise, and I'm just going to start carving out another like half cut crease sort of thing, but I'm going to leave like a certain amount of space in between the two lines, so then you have enough room to stick your diamonds, and make sure it's even all the way around. Then going with the same colours I used above my cut crease, taking the colour Submerge, which is the light blue again, and then I take the Mood, which is a dark blue, and the black at the very tip. And here I also just wanted to put in a shimmery blue in the middle of it, just to make it stand out a bit more. Then just doing a little cut out of that, and then I'm just going to go over where I cut out my cut crease, just so the blue doesn't show through. And then here I've started to put down some silver from the Thirsty palette in shade Divine. Taking the same colours again, starting off with the light blue, and this is going to just be like a smoky colour. And then going in with the darker blue, I'm just drawing like a little triangle going under my eye, and then taking a fluffy brush, just blending it outwards. And then going in with my black, I'm just going to go over where I put the triangle and under my eye again. Just give it a bit more definition and smokiness. Then taking a baby wipe just to cut out my line and also wipe away any fallout. Taking my duo glue that I use for my eyelashes, and I'm just going to take a little brush and brush over the silver with the glue just so I can stick down the little diamantes. I wanted to show you that here on the top line of the diamantes, I finished them last, so it's like just a little bit longer than the bottom one. And then here I start doing a zigzag line with the diamantes, so it kind of like fades out. Then popping on my Bad Girl Bang Mascara by Benefit, and I'm just going to cover my bottom and top eyelashes, and then taking my Rimmel London eyeliner and I'm just putting that in my waterline. Then for eyelashes, I just stuck on my Doll Beauty meesh lashes. These are like one of my favourite styles. My P. Louise brow gel in hazelnut latte. I just pop that on after I've done my eyes. Moving on to face, using my cicapair cream for any discoloration, and then my primer from XX Revolution, which is a H2 Glow Primer. I'm just popping that all over my face. Popping on my Giorgio Armani Designer Lip Foundation and my Kevyn Aucoin Concealer. If you really want a full coverage concealer, this is the one. This is the most full coverage concealer I've ever used. Like, first time I used it, it went everywhere. Like, I covered my face in it, so you only need the tiniest bit. You definitely pay for what you're getting with the concealer. It's very creamy and thick, like it goes a long way, so I really recommend you try it out. Then taking my RCMA No Colour powder, and I'm just going to powder the areas I put my concealer just so it doesn't crease because of how thick the consistency is. And then going in with my Hoola Benefit bronzer, I'm just going to bronze up my face because I like it a bit more bronze. But I'm also going to define my face as well by doing my cheekbones, my forehead to make it like smaller, and just define my nose a bit more. Popping on some pinky blush from my Crown palette, and I'm just going to blend it into my bronzer and bring it up on my nose. Taking my favourite highlighter from OFA in Rodeo Drive, and I'm just going to put it on the bridge of my nose, my cheeks and my cupid's bow. Using my 24-hour brow setter by Benefit, and I'm just going to pop this on my brows to make them look fluffy. I like to do this when all my makeup is done so I don't move my brows or touch them with any brushes. For lips, I'm going in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills lip palette, taking a pinky nude and just a darker pink. With the pinky nude, I'm just going to cover my lips in it, and then with the darker one, I'm just going to outline my lips like a little lip liner. And then just to highlight the centre of my lips, I take my Mellow Cosmetics lip gloss in Palm Springs. And this is my makeup look complete. Thanks for watching if you got this far. This look really gives me Cinderella vibes. I don't know why, I think it's the blue. But please give me a subscribe, thumbs up, and check out my Instagram and TikTok. Thanks for watching, Beauts. Bye!